These are the hardest laser cut frames that we do. The ones with the long returns on the back. For this one, we're putting a damper assembly in it. This is part 3 of the how to cut a damper assembly in a built frame. This will be the laser cutting portion. It'll be a little longer. This is not a fast process, so I'll be picking the camera up and showing as best I can, and also have some on the tripod. So the key here is the closer you can get this to being straight when you set it on here, the less time you're going to waste trying to straighten it after the fact. I usually use that edge right here to kind of keep me straight as much as possible, but it is a good bit of trial and error, so this video will be a little more drawn out. So what I'm going to attempt to show you here is, what I'm doing here is getting the laser beam as close to the edge of that piece as I can and still see the beam. I don't believe you can actually see it here. I'm going to lower the door so you can see a little better. So I think you can see it now, where the laser beam is right on the edge. That's what you want. With the door closed, you want to bring your beam back this way towards you until you can no longer see the beam, and then one click at a time you're going to take the beam back away from you until you can see the beam here right on the edge. As soon as you can see the beam on the edge, you stop. What we're going to do now is we're going to run that head along the piece from one side to the other, and then we're going to measure with the machine to see how far off we were on lining it up. So that was actually really close. We're only about a 30-second off, so this is just light tap. And we're going to check it again. And we're dead on. It is normally not that easy, and don't be surprised if you have to do this process literally 20 times. You need to get to where your beam is showing the exact same amount on the edge of the frame on the right side and the left side. That lets you know you're perfectly straight. you're gonna bring your head all the way to the left side, the left corner. You're gonna bring the beam down on the left corner, all the way on the far left. And I will try to show you here in just a second. Maybe you can see that. Not sure. I don't know. It'll be a mystery, I guess. I can't tell if you can see it or not. But what we're gonna do is bring that beam down right on the corner, and then you're going to come down about, guesstimation, about 17, 18 clicks. And then you're going to move left about 17 or 18 clicks. And we're going to do a dry run, and it's going to dry run the inside cutout of the frame. And you need to, what you're trying to get here is you're trying to get an equal amount of beam on the left side of the face of the frame, the top, the bottom, and the left and the right side. You want your sides and your top and bottom to have an equal amount of beam on each side. Then you know your start point is good and you're ready to go ahead and run the damper. So our beam was too far to the right and too high. So what we're going to do is we're going to come just a guesstimate about 4 clicks left and about 2 clicks down. Start it again. I'm gonna at least give you a visual of what I mean by how much beam is on the face. So you can see right there that the beam is on the face. You've got about 1/8 of an inch of beam on the face of that frame. You want that exact amount on the opposite side, and we'll check that. So we have 1/8 of an inch on the top as well. This looks like it's probably going to be good. We'll stop it on the left side and check and compare it to the right. I stand corrected, we are not good, so I will show you here. See, we are not actually even on the frame, so we need to come left some more. The beam is down there. means we're also probably a little too far up still as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the start point. I'm going to bring it left another 5 clicks, 4 clicks. I'm going to bring it down another 1. Let's run it again. You want to bring your head down when you're dry running to about 1 inch off of the piece that you're trying to cut. So right now we have about 1/16 of an inch on the right side. Perfect, 1/16 on each side. So what we're gonna do, we're going to stop it. We're going to take it back to the start. And when I say take it back to the start, safety start. Takes you back to where you started your program. I'm going to click reset. That's going to reset the program. We're going to come up to edit. Not sure if you can see it. I'll have this on another program as well, or another video as well, but you're going to go to edit. You're going to scroll down so you see BND1 right here. Click on the left side until you have a blinking cursor. Click, drag down to the top of BND2. It's going to say M199. You need to have that all highlighted. You're going to come over here, click backspace, and save. You just deleted that whole first tracing line that you had. You come up here, you take parameter off, take the dry run off, come back to process operation, go to condition. Make sure you take this back to the correct speed that it was on before. 230. Go back to e-process and we'll run it. Make sure to stop the laser after it's cut. Hold on now. Try that again. They sandblasted it instead of sanding it, so I'm gonna have to slow the beam down a good bit to cut this. Stopping it, you're resetting it, you are taking the head out of the cutting area so we can take a look at whether it cut okay. You can see there where it didn't cut through on the first time. These frames, I cannot stress enough, to avoid this happening, make sure you make them sand where you're going to laser, not sandblast. Sandblast does not take all the coating off. So that is why I had to slow the speed down, because they sandblasted it instead of sanding it. But should still be fine. I'm going to make sure that I can knock it out and we'll be good to go. We're good. That's it. That is how you cut a damper assembly into an already built frame.